So again, this is what it looks like, normal versus abnormal curve.
And most people don't realize how that curve affects the spinal cord. And see, this person right here, they're basically asymptomatic. Can you believe that? They don't have any symptoms. Why don't they have symptoms? They hadn't showed up yet. But the reality is it's actually shutting their cord down. This is an MRI of the brain, or the brain stem, same picture, and it's just showing you how it's shutting down. So I mean, this is a real thing. It happens every day. We see this every day, more often than you think. And the other thing is it creates degeneration in the disc, and you'll see that. In fact, here's a slide that shows you. Want to talk about this?
Yeah. So if you look here, and it's kind of like, I always like to talk about it like the teeth. When you start brushing your teeth every day, right?
Right.
Now what if I start brushing my teeth just when I find out I have a cavity? What's going to happen to that cavity? It's still going to continue to be a cavity, right? We're not going to be able to brush the cavity away. So that's the same thing that happens with the spine. So if you let the spine continuously degenerate, guess what's going to happen to the spine? It's going to continuously become, quote, a cavity. You're going to have to replace it. And that's what we don't want. We don't want you to have rods in your spine. We don't want you to have any type of modalities in your spine to have to function, right? So same thing here. This is a good normal spine. You have a good 45-degree curve here. Good 45. You have good disc spaces here. Now if you lose that disc space, so like in this curve, so a lot of people that are texting all the time, computer use, one minor car accident, which we're going to show you in just a minute, a actual car accident case. So this is what happens. And again, lots of disc spaces here. And again, what's happening to that spinal cord? It's being stretched and pulled. And now you're stretching and pulling that spinal cord. Now you're putting tons of pressure on the nerves. Guess what? Going to the thyroid, maybe going to the pituitary gland. Hormones are going to be affected. So a lot of things are going to be affected. Now you leave this for too long, you go into this phase. And again, the body is constantly trying to heal. Our bodies were made perfect. So again, you leave it here, it's going to create bone tissue along this area. Now you end up with arthritis in the joint. Yes, arthritis is painful, but you have to think, okay, now you have pressure going to all these organ systems going in here. Your heart's going to be affected, your lungs are going to be affected, your thyroid's going to be affected, your hormones are going to be affected. So all that's going to be affected just in this phase right here. Leave this for too long, you end up with a complete bone fusion of the joint. Now this is a good spinal curve, and this is a bad spinal cord. We're looking straight into the canal, and this is what this looks like. Again, this is a good cervical curve. It's what we see a lot of times, right? With the texting, video games, we see a lot of this. Again, they're going to have jaw pain, neck pain, headaches, irritability, inability to focus. Again, ADD, ADHD, we see a lot of autism, all in this area, hormone issues, thyroid dysfunction, as well as pain in the shoulders and possibly pain shooting down the arms. And again, this is what this spinal cord looks like. This is what this spinal cord looks like. So who wants this? Not a lot of us, right? All right. So Dr. B is going to talk about this a little bit. What a pinched nerve looks like.
So basically, this is just an illustration of how the nerve is trying to bring transmission to the organ and tissue, and it's being interfered with. And this is the basic of chiropractic. We call that condition again a subluxation. Vertebrae is misaligned, and it's creating pressure on the nerve. And of course, I think y'all have this chart. I think did they give everybody a chart?
And each of your things
we
shows
gave
the
you this chart, and it basically shows you the level that the problem's at, and so you kind of can identify just from your symptoms. If you're having some symptoms, say some stomach problems or something, you can say, hey, yeah, I've got maybe a problem at T6, and you may. Once we x-ray you and see what's going on, we can identify which vertebrae is actually causing the problem, and then we address that. So that's chiropractic. So if we find the misalignment, in most cases, we can bring correction. Okay, this is this important? Or this is good spine gone bad. Let's see if it plays. Oh, there it is.
Good spine gone bad in 5 years.
This is a 5-year lapse
if it's
study.
not treated.
Everybody's rubbing their neck.
This is done after one minor car accident. where they were hit from behind.
Wow.
And this is what's going to happen. You can see the disc space is
Yeah.
gone. You can see bony fusion. And again, their health is also degenerating. This is more and more what we're seeing. So this is why we treat cases like that right after a car accident.
Okay, we'll talk about this.
So this is Rebecca. This is one of our personal cases. She came to us. She has an extremely straight neck. So she again came in with neck pain, of course, was the major issue. But she also had thyroid dysfunction. She also had digestive issues, and she could not lose weight. She tried every diet in the world. She could not lose weight. Again, looking at the neck curve here, she was at a 2 out of 45. We want to be at a 45 out of 45. So we want a good 45-degree curve here. So again, tons of pressure right here at the thyroid gland, and the thyroid controls what? Your weight loss. Yeah, so again, if your thyroid's not functioning, you're going to gain weight. So again, she couldn't lose any of the weight that she was having, and she had tons of pain. So, and the thing was that Rebecca, she saw a chiropractor for 15 years. And so this is what makes difference in a lot of different chiropractors, is that, you know, she went in, saw a chiropractor. Anytime her neck was in pain, she went and saw the chiropractor. She got adjusted, it felt a little bit better. So she stopped seeing the chiropractor because she felt better. So how many of you guys see that feeling good is actually a key to health? It is good. It's good. But guess what? Like, your body has to sometimes feel bad. And that's the key to health, is that sometimes your body gives you those red flags and says, hey, there's a problem here, let's fix it. Same thing with like a fever in the body. A fever in the body is actually a good thing, right? So your body's actually getting that temperature up, getting it up so that it can fight that bacteria or virus. Same thing with pain in the body. A pain in the neck may actually be saying, hey, there's pressure here, I need to fix this joint. So anytime she had a little bit of pain in her neck, she went and got adjusted, felt better, but guess what? She never really saw the immediate change. And just like braces on a team, how many of you have had braces? I've had braces. So anyone that's had braces knows that it takes time and repetition to change that structure. Now you take those braces off of 2 days, are your teeth going to be changed? No. So it takes time and repetition. So after this post-x-ray, this was her after 18 visits. So you can see here from straight to here, she's now at a 14 out of 45, but guess what? This is what she looked like. She was 59 pounds lost and 15 medications off. Just by changing the neck. So it really does make a huge difference. Her thyroid panel came back normal. I mean, her weight loss just like drastically changed just by changing the cervical curve and getting her thyroid functioning the way that it should. And she had no more digestive issues. So pretty cool. And she's one of the patients that we've had here in the office. So as you know, like this is what we've been talking about. So what controls all health and healing? The brain, the spinal cord. How many of you guys know what your brain and spinal cord look like? Some of us do, some of us don't. And the people here that have invited you tonight, they invited you because they really care about you. And that's really why we want to be here, is because, you know, you can live a month without food, you can go days without water, you can go minutes without air, but you can't go 1 second without your air supply. So tonight, our offer tonight, yes, we want to pay for your meals tonight. We want to pay for everything here, but we also want to give you an opportunity to come and see what your spine looks like. And it really means a lot to us. I mean, I love each and every one of my patients. I mean, I hope you guys know that. A lot of them are here. But tonight, the special is really for you guys to come in and see what your spine looks like. And that's why most of you guys have brought your friends in, is to see exactly, you know, what they look like and get them healthy. So they can live a long and healthy lifestyle without having to go through the complete, I mean, I've seen it where you have to go to a medical doctor after medical doctor after medical doctor and you get no answers. And so really what we want is for you to come in, see exactly what your nervous system looks like. And we're offering that for $40 for one, or $100 for four. So if you have a family, for $100. And just bring them in just to see what your nervous system looks like. And normally that's $125. So Gabby and Amy are going to be walking around in just a minute. If you do decide to come in, just fill out that questionnaire at the end of your paper. If you're not interested in coming, please do not fill it out. We have, a very busy clinic, so if you're not interested, don't fill it out. But if you are interested, please fill it out. We want to see you in the clinic, but this is our gift tonight, really. We're going to pay for all your meals. They're going to come in just a minute and just give you guys all your meals. And then we also have one testimonial coming up, and he's going to speak right now. So,
all right.
Here we go.
This is David Freeman. He's been a patient at the chiropractic clinic for
about 8 months.
8 months.
So I'm 57 years old. I've been a patient for 8 months. 2 months prior to visiting Chiropractic Plus, I suffered terribly with pain in my back, shooting down my right leg. I couldn't put my socks on in the morning. And as a typical man, I just kind of bore through that. So, I'm sore, it'll be okay. After 2 months, it was really unbearable. I was sitting at my desk in my office at 11 o'clock, and I said, this is completely ridiculous. And I started Googling chiropractors, and Chiropractic Plus was close to my house. I phoned them up, can you see me now? And I left my work, didn't say a word, and came and had a visit. He gave me 4 adjustments and released all pressure off the sciatica. More importantly, I got empowered with education. I started understanding what chiropractic is all about, what maximized living is all about. And I'm changed, I really am. I brought both my boys in. And I've lost 20 pounds. We're still working. I was really scared when I saw my x-ray. I pounded my body really hard the first 35 years of my life. Work, physical activity, pumping iron, doing crazy things, and we're correcting. And I'm really positive, and that's why I'm here giving the testimony today. And I encourage you, please come, take advantage. At least get the education. It comes very quickly. See your x-rays. You may not understand everything else. Everybody can understand kind of sort of what an x-ray is. It'll be well worth it.
Thank you.
If anyone else wants to give their testimony, we will love it. Everyone else is going to have their meals come in too.
All right.
If you want to give a testimony, go for it.
And I am a school driver, and I met Gabby. I picked her up one day to take her to work. And so, typically when I get, riding in the car, I just strike up a conversation or whatever, and found out that she worked at a chiropractic place. And I had been looking for someone because I had hurt my arm, this arm here, about a year ago. Actually 2 years ago. And it was bothering me for a whole year because I didn't have insurance. And I couldn't go. I went to the emergency room when it happened. They couldn't see anything in the x-rays, but they said I may have my fracture or whatever. But long story short, for over a year, just suffering with the pain, all here in my back. I couldn't raise my arm up or anything. I could do this one, but I could only do this one about right here. And so after talking to Gabby, they were running a special right before Christmas. I came to see them, met Dr. Abby, did my x-rays, explained everything that was going on with that. And my next appointment, I had my first adjustment. And so when she did all the popping or whatever, she was like, just relax. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? And so after that, she told me to sit up and she asked, how are you doing? And I was like, I feel okay. But my tester was my arm. So when I stood up, I did this. And I was able to move this arm. And I'm still able to move this arm. And I've only had, I think, 3 adjustments in there? So this is a miracle here because I was not able to do this. So I'm grateful that God took me through that.
Anybody else?
I'll go.
Gil?
Okay, Miss Rebecca.
I'll tell y'all what my problem was. So I have a 2.5-year-old little boy, and while I was pregnant, I realized my feet were hurting, and I thought that was just a normal pregnancy symptom. You know, you get pregnant, your feet hurt. Well, about a month after I gave birth, I realized that in the morning I couldn't even walk with the baby. I was like this, like my feet hurt so bad. So I started Googling and trying to figure out what I had, and I found out I had plantar fasciitis. Turns out it's pretty common. Has anybody else ever heard of that? Okay. So I did see a foot doctor, and I got the shots in my feet, and it was fine for like a couple of weeks, maybe like 2 months. And then finally I was like, I met Abby at another networking event, and Eric, my husband, had started going, so I went, and I don't even have plantar fasciitis anymore. So I've been seeing Abby for almost a year and a half, but I completely don't have any of my foot pain anymore. So if you know anybody that has plantar fasciitis, he's my miracle doctor.
Yay! Thank you, Rebecca. Gilda?
Gosh, what, almost a year ago? I couldn't use my arm anymore. I've been disabled for 40-some-odd years. I worked on a cartilage, and I'm a the person. So losing your upper body, I know what it's like because it carries me everywhere. So went to doctor after doctor, and then my doctor told me you need to go see somebody to adjust you because we did acupuncture, we did everything, pain, massage therapy, nothing. Saw Dr. Evans one day, I could write my name again. I lived, and I was like, I was working from home this whole time, and I really wanted to be in the office around people. And then after that, it was like, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid disease. It's a permanent thyroid disease, they say. I don't have it anymore. I was at 98% inflamed in my entire body. I'm at 0.
Yay!
So it's been months.
Yeah. All right. All right. Anyone else? Good.
Good. All right, so this is time y'all can fellowship, have fun. This is a great restaurant. You will return. Their food is excellent, beyond excellent. So enjoy and fellowship.